All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Tennessee Titans taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It's the AFL NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
On second down, Benjamin. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just one.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch 54. Don't breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Throwing on third and long. Perkins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
38-yard line.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike, 54. Bound to lose one.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Van. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's
Soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! No.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Get ready.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry?
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Perkins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let him know. Let him know.
Throwing again. Perkins. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Perkins under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Perkins eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Looking to throw. Perkins. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 21 yards there. Big play on 4th down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Miles Boykin there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On second down, a run with Breida. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Let's get it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
There you go.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. With it is Jackson. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
Know your job.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and they force another incompletion.
3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check curls, check curls, check.
From the gun, Perkins. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 33. They find some open field here. And into the end zone. A pick 6 from the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come in. Those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Check 4, check 4.
On 3rd down, Perkins. Throws right side, and that's complete. 4 catches already here in this Super Bowl. He's got another first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, Perkins. It's caught by Davis. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's sort of the second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, mentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
2nd and 9 now. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 13 yards there and a Niner first. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, here's Breida. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This is Breida. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. The play action fake, they look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Let's go.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Right there. 54, Mike.
You don't know no better.
Buzz. Mike, 54.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Coming after you.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
This is where enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
Adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd and short.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
He'll look to throw. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. 13 yards there and a Niner first. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often. Mainly they want another to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
2nd and 4. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Right there.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check.
Operating from the gun, Perkins. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
First down.
Get that ball right here. Spawn.
On 1st and 10, Perkins.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means they're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That one good for 26 and a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Nice pickup.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Back to throw. Perkins. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. From 4 yards out. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score.
The kicker on for the
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for two.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Check it out, read. Same on.
From the gun, Perkins. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a one-score deficit.
Titans, 14.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. They're going to look to throw. Well, this is caught by Williams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now it's Breida. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So first and goal, 6 points here toward wrapping this one up. Flush to his right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Harold Landry. Leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's second and 8. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
Third and goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
We got three, fellas, we got 3.
Now a toss play, it's Breida, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
It's one thing to stand him up from that 1-yard line. Pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Not just stand them up, but end up making a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Niners take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
50. You better be afraid of me.
Here's Breida. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 5.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it second and goal.
Mike 50.
Go.
They'll drop the throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Slam. Squeeze. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Operating from the gun, Perkins. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th.
24, Titans 22.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They run again with Breida. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
They run with Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. This complete to Lockett. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
The Jets are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. Well, if you're wondering what the delay is, I think we've got a trade coming here. The Jets are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a trade. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. Well, wait, looks like both war rooms are feverishly back on the phones. I think that means a trade is coming. The Cowboys are now on the clock. How come nobody's at the podium? That's because both teams are right now working on a trade. The Titans are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. Hold on now. This pick is trading teams. The Jets are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. I see both teams filling out cards. You know what that means? We've got a trade. The Bears are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. Well, if you're wondering what the delay is, I think we've got a trade coming here. The Cowboys are now on the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a trade. The Bears are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock.
everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some...
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that, really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom, all day.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave what game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Hey, here we go.
And a look to throw here on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock it out, but a way to bring up second down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. In for the score. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Get it.
Chubb on the counter. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
That's it, baby.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
Who's on 85? Come on, baby. Let's get this. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Have a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out.
Come on, now, let's go.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend? Right.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They'll look to throw here. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure. Before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when you're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, it's usually a good matchup for him.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Check Mike. Watch 55.
Deep river.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And they have been disruptive in the passing game, as we're going to see here.
And it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, you cover a guy in your area, and those windows...
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to finish your lead in a big...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Back him up.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll look to throw.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think they should try and do
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throw left side, complete to Moss. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. Of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Push him back. Push him back.
Get it. Go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going to throw right side here. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a third down. They'll set up a throw.
I got him.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
You ain't doing nothing
And
today.
he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Let's go. 60 yards.
Hey, eat. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Shoot.
Looking to throw. That's complete to Butler. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
I'm coming after you.
Now back to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
There we go.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Right there in the middle.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They run. Chubb. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Ready. 18 Gator.
54. Mike, 50.
Right.
Come to my world.
Here go.
Come to my
Back to
world.
throw.
Check three.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
On the ball.
So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. In the early window, lots of good matchups to choose from. We'll highlight the game in Detroit, a big one for the Lions, as they'll square off against the L.A. Chargers. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Carolina Panthers. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, they've got a good one lined up between the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Space to maneuver at the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
We play to win. Let's go.
Well, they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it into overhand, correct?
Yeah, I agree
you're
totally.
The guy.
I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches. Because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
All day, baby. All day, all day, baby. All day.
Here's a 2nd and 7. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Let's go! Let's go!
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Trying to get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time. Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Set, ready? 91.
Hey, I'm coming, I'm coming.
Let's go.
On first down, they'll run the jump. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
They don't want
Got him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's get it.
2nd and 9 now. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts. It all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Go!
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10. Down at the 33. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's good for a Cleveland first down and 11-yard pickup.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
70,
What's that?
Indy.
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
The pass on 3rd down.
Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That would give DeBrita 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
Good job, D.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
They're coming throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9.
Big River.
They're going to look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone.
Ready.
He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 10 yards out, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Baby. Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions,
Keep playing.
but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to run you
Here
over.
now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, boy.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Let's go,
Exactly
baby.
right.
Let's go.
3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Watching you 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
30
Under
base.
4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And, who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Complete to number 81.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. That'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's a party now.
Pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The completion there lines up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you get points per reception, you got a reception, but
Yeah.
no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
40's the mic. 40's the mic.
Check pass, check pass.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. He's got a first down past the 30. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
They'll drop the throw.
Give me some.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that. They have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Down. 70. Indy.
Watch 54. Watch 54. You must be dreaming.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. To the left side, complete. It's Moss. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check go.
On the ground, it's Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
He'll drop to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it. Because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
So don't say nothing.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll go with the keeper. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for San Francisco, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast.